Hi everybody, I'm Dr. Dan and welcome to the slightly less than sunny but still absolutely gorgeous Long Beach, California. I have the Pacific Ocean right behind me, and today I'm going to be talking about carpal tunnel syndrome and diabetes. Now, I have some friends and family members who suffer from diabetes, and so I understand what it's like. I understand the fatigue, the irritability, the difficulty in getting to and maintaining a healthy weight, as well as the nerve problems called peripheral neuropathies. Also, the issues in taking insulin. I know that that's definitely not fun. So just know that it's my passion to provide you with the best information possible. Now, I won't be covering all of it in this video due to time constraints, but if you have any questions, make sure to comment below and I'll be sure to respond. Now, the first question that I get is what causes carpal tunnel syndrome in people who have diabetes? Now, there's many different causes of those symptoms, but one of the main issues is high blood sugar. So there's two different types of diabetes. There's type 1 and type 2. They have many differences, but one thing they both have in common is that they cause high levels of blood sugar. Now, if you look at a bag of sugar at the grocery store, you see that it's kind of like sand, and blood sugar is kind of the same way. So if you have higher than normal levels of blood sugar, then it's kind of like having a lot of sand just coursing through your blood vessels, which have very sensitive walls. And so over time, this leads the walls of the blood vessels to break down, essentially. And this can lead to a lot of problems. And so if you have, you do have blood vessels wrapping around all of your nerves, giving them nutrition. And that includes the nerve, or the median nerve, that goes down your arm into your wrist and your hand. So if the blood vessels that wrap around this median nerve get irritated and start to break down due to high blood sugar, then that nerve is going to start to die. And that can lead to the symptoms of carpal tunnel syndrome, such as numbness, tingling, pain in your wrist and hand. That's one way that diabetes can lead to carpal tunnel syndrome. Another way is that these high levels of blood sugar can get deposited in the carpal tunnel ligament in your wrist. This can cause that ligament to get irritated and swell, and that'll put pressure on the median nerve, which goes into your hands, and that can also cause the numbness and tingling. Now, keep in mind that people who have diabetes, they may also be pregnant. They may have a lot of work that they do at a keyboard. They may have a job where they work on a lot of power tools during the day, and so all of these things have definitely been shown to cause carpal tunnel syndrome in and of themselves. So if somebody has diabetes, it's important to look at the whole person, the whole picture, to address everything that could be causing the carpal tunnel syndrome. Now, I made a video just a little bit ago about pregnancy and carpal tunnel syndrome. If you haven't watched that before, be sure to watch it, because that provides a lot of information specifically on carpal tunnel syndrome and pregnancy. Now, looking at carpal tunnel syndrome and diabetes, the second question that I get is, what can be done to help me manage it? Now, there's a lot of different things that you can do. Keep in mind that what I'm saying right now is just general information. It's not medical advice. That's because I haven't done a full history and examination on you. I'm not familiar with your specific condition, and so I can't give you a specific plan of what to do and what to avoid. So this is just general information to check with your healthcare provider about. Speaking of which, the first thing you should do is go to a licensed healthcare provider who specializes in diabetes. This is because diabetes and carpal tunnel syndrome both, they're no joke. They can lead to some big problems over time if not treated. And that's why you need to go to a healthcare provider to get properly diagnosed, to find out exactly what's going on in your specific case, and then you need to follow that specific treatment plan, regardless of what you read or hear about online, because that practitioner knows your specific situation and knows what's best for you, and so you should follow their recommendations regarding supplementation, medication, exercise, so on and so forth. Now, the second thing that you should do is go to a functional medicine healthcare provider. Now, This is somebody who deals with holistic methods of helping you to decrease your blood sugar to a normal level and also maintain a healthy weight. Now, they might give you supplements, exercise programs, so on and so forth. It might be a medical doctor, a chiropractic doctor, a naturopathic doctor. Just make sure that you check their credentials to make sure that they understand what they're talking about with diabetes, because you don't want to just follow anybody's advice. Now, the third thing that you could do is exercise. Again, you want to check with a healthcare provider before you start any exercise program, but exercise in and of itself can definitely help to decrease blood sugar levels. This is because there are receptors on muscles called GLUT4 receptors. That's G-L-U-T and then the number 4. Now, these receptors are activated by muscles contracting, and when those muscles contract, they pull in, or these GLUT4 receptors pull in blood sugar from the blood, thereby helping it to stay at a more normal, consistent level. So exercise is not a replacement for insulin if you've been prescribed that, but it can definitely supplement that in helping you to maintain a healthy blood sugar level. So another thing that you can do is yoga. Yoga definitely helps to decrease carpal tunnel syndrome. You can see a chiropractor to get adjusted. You can also take vitamins. Vitamins are really important. Now, there are a few vitamins specifically for diabetes and carpal tunnel syndrome, which either help to prevent those conditions or which are depleted in those conditions, and so you need to make sure that you get enough of them to replace that. And so those vitamins are vitamins A, C, D, E, K, and then vitamins B1, B6, B9, and B12. Now keep in mind that you need to take all vitamins, because the word vitamin comes from the word vital, which means necessary. And so I kind of laugh when somebody says, what specific vitamin should I take for this specific condition? And that's kind of like a husband going to a marriage counselor saying, how many times a year do I have to tell my wife that I love her in order for there not to be problems, right? When you love and value something, like in a relationship or your health, you don't only do the minimum, you do what's reflective of how much you value it, right? In order that you can have an amazing life. As you sow, so you shall also reap. And so that's why you need to take all the vitamins necessary, because they help with many other things, like proper energy, like helping you to focus, like helping your immune system, like helping your body to heal, right? So make sure that you get all your vitamins, but focus on getting those vitamins that I mentioned before, either through diet and or supplementation. Now, if you take vitamin supplements, make sure that you check with the company so that it's a high quality supplement, because there's a lot of supplement companies out there that aren't regulated, that put a lot of bad stuff in supplements. So you want to double check to make sure that it's a high quality supplement company. If you have any questions about that, you can definitely comment below, and I can give you some good supplement companies as well. Now, another thing that you can do is use Carpalate. As I said before, there are many different things that can cause carpal tunnel syndrome in people who have diabetes. It's not just the high blood sugar. There's many different things that can put pressure on the median nerve as well. So Carpalate was developed right here in Los Angeles by someone who had carpal tunnel syndrome himself, and has a patented process to cause negative pressure or decrease the pressure on the median nerve to help to relieve the symptoms of carpal tunnel syndrome. So this is what it looks like, and you place it on your hand by first finding the deepest part of your hand. You put your thumb and ring, or rather pinky, together to find the deepest part of the hand, and then you just take off this adhesive, and then you put it on your hand just like that. And this has been shown by MRI to take about 3 millimeters of pressure off the median nerve to help open up the carpal tunnel. So that's another thing that you can do to help with carpal tunnel syndrome if you or a loved one has diabetes. Now, I want to end this video by showing you the amazing scene that I'm in here right now. So this is the ocean, and then we have some houses. We have the Long Beach area as well as Los Angeles. And way in the distance you can see the downtown Los Angeles. We have some birdhouses and of course this beautiful meadow. So again, this is Dr. Dan. If you have any questions, be sure to comment below. Also make sure to like and subscribe for future videos and updates. Thanks and have a great day.